Sophia, a retired head teacher, born 1964 on the 30th September. I started my education from Abia P7 school, 1971 to 1977. And I did not go to a secondary school. I went straight for a primary teachers college. When I was only 13 years old, I went and joined Christ the King Primary Teachers College. Way back in 1978, completed in 1981. After that, I finished my grade 2 course and I was posted to teach in Abia P7 school. Up to 1984, I went for further studies again, back to Christ the King, up to 1986. Then came back, taught briefly, then went back again. 1990, NTC Ngata, completed 92. That is when I now joined secondary education in 1992, and my first school was St. Catherine Secondary School. After that, I taught and went back for my degree course 96 to 98. I came back to St. Catherine again, and this time I was now handling A-level, where for the first time in history of St. Catherine SS, only student of my class, that is history, was teaching both history paper 1 and paper 6, history paper 1 and paper 3. All the students got principal passes, and we had 6 students who got A's. It was because of this that I became very famous, and in 2003 was promoted to be a deputy teacher, and again sent back to St. Catherine SS. I taught there up to 2010. Then I was posted to Lira Town College, where I retired now on the 30th of September 2024. All in all, I've now worked for 42 years, 10 years in primary, and then that is a P7 school, and 18 years St. Catherine Secondary School, and then 14 years Lira Town College. So I'm so glad. I want to thank God who has given me time to serve and to retire peacefully. And we had a big celebration organized by the school and the board on the 6th, whereby the whole town was happy with me, and we had a match in the town of Lira. So I've now retired. As I'm talking now, I'm talking from home within Lira city. So I am so happy. When I came to Lira Town College, there were only 280 students, and most parents used to despise that school. I also learned that the school fees by that time was so high compared to the other schools. So what I did was, by started with the board, we reduced the school fees from the 200,000 to 100,000, which attracted many students who studied from there, and the day scholars who were paying also half of that fees. So Lira Town College is both day and boarding. We have students who pay for meals at the school, and the boarders also. So when I came, the school had only 15 buildings. I'm leaving now the school with 25 buildings. So in the 14 years that I've stayed in that school, we're able to put 10 new buildings in the school. The 10 new buildings include 2 classroom blocks. One is having 6 classes, and then one is having 4. One of the classroom block, we have named it in a Ngola Sam house. This was also one of the former students of the school. Able to build 4 dormitories for boys, and then we built also 2 dormitories for girls, and then we have also a very big block with 3 rooms, which we call it reading room at the girls' wing. So, and we were able to add also the teachers' quarters. When I came, there were only 4 teachers living, but as I talk now, we have 16 teachers who stays within the school. So I'm so happy for the transformation.
You have how many teachers?
I'm so happy for the transformation. As I talk now, we have 80 teachers who are at Lira Town College on the payroll, and then 16 are residing within the school that can help us in the boarding section. So, apart from the buildings, we are able to renovate. Me and the Board of Governors were able to renovate the buildings there, whereby all the iron sheets were removed from the houses and replaced with iron sheets. We have 2 blocks, and also we had the asbestos house. The main building was asbestos. Also with the PTA fan removed, the asbestos was removed and replaced with the iron sheet. And when I talk of iron sheet, it's this good one, this expensive one, which has transformed the school, and the school look a new town college. So even when I came to that school, there were very few students, as I told you earlier. We had only 280, but as I'm living, we are living a population of 2,135. So we have left. I'm leaving the school with that large population, and the school is now attractive. We have been sending the students senior 4 have been doing fairly well. We had, like last year, we had 29 first grade, and that was the highest compared to the past. In the past, we used to have, for like 10 years, there were only like 5 first grade, the whole 10 years, before I reached there in 2010, meaning from 2001 to 2010, there were only almost 5 first grade. But since I came, at least we have been having 5, 10, and above. And last year we had the highest number, 29, out of the 499 who were in first grade. And many of them passed in second. Many students who passed through that school passed also, not in first grade, you had second grade, third grade, and even some few fourth grade. And most of the students who have passed through that school can see they are absorbed somewhere and they are working. They are doing some good job in the country. We have even lecturers, we have doctors, we have engineers. And I also want to put to your notice that it was last year, 2022, that we were able to send a student direct to Makere doing petroleum engineering, which is very rare in all North. So that's the uniqueness of Lira Town College. And I understand that boy called Acen Victor is also leading Makere University. So it's our pride that that school is performing great people. We have a Dr. Ogonya who was here in 2012, 2013, and doing very good job there within Lira and also working in Kampala. So we also have many who have joined police, army, nursing, teaching. And when you pass through the town, when I pass through the town, I meet at least OBs of Lira Town College, and then the people that have taught from St. Catherine Secondary Schools. When I came also, the school is located within the town. When thieves were chased from down, they used to pass through the school. But decided to construct a wall fence, and the whole school is fenced with a wall fence, and the wall is high. This has reduced the movement of students who go out. So, in other words, we have created security for our students, Lira Town College. So generally, I am so happy as I retire. I've left a good school in a good shape. I'm calling on the one who is going to take over. As per now, I've handed over to my deputy, a teacher who is now a caretaker, a teacher of Lira Town College by the name of Joseph. He's the one taking care of, he's now the a teacher until maybe the ministry send a new teacher. I've groomed so many teachers who became deputies and teachers, and it's my wish that one day they will send for us one of the teachers that I've groomed to be the teacher of the school. It was also my wish that if Joseph, who is now acting, is promoted to be a teacher, so that he remain there permanent, would also be good. But since the ministry may decide to send somebody, it is my wish that they should send somebody who have at least worked Lira Town College. So I am so grateful for all the parents, the teachers, the board of governors who have made my work very easy. All the 14 years where there was no single strike in the school. Our population at one time went up to 2,500, but it was because of after Corona that has reduced to around 2,130 that I'm talking about. One of the things that I've done is to bring teachers together. We not discriminate anybody, we just bring them together, and we have a very good working relationship. And my kind of administration, I would not just sit in the office. I move around to check also what is there in the different places. And this has made my work very easy, as I would check on everybody. And the teachers cooperated with me, because we have those who are in charge of discipline, in charge of cleaning, and all have gone on well, except for the few years whereby we had challenge of the teachers, whereby the science teachers were given more money compared to the art teachers. This brought a problem to the school, but I've tried my level best to, as the government said, that the art teachers will wait, they will also be given something. So, and they have been patient, and they're working. So I want to thank them. You know, it's not easy. Right now, even the science teachers, they get like 4 million, a teacher get 2.3. So working with them is not very easy. But I've tried, and we have worked, and we have succeeded. I've now finished the race, but as I've come out, I believe God will guide me, and I will do some work. But for now, issue of politics, I'm not for it. The people of Alepton had wished that I would go there and also contest for MP, and they were ready to support me. But I've said to them, no. I know God will guide me what to do. All in all, Throughout my life, since I started becoming a primary teacher, I've been doing business. And this business has also made me successful by also acquiring some properties. And I believe the first thing that I will be doing is now maybe to embark on the business that I've been doing. Maybe as I was living, the students were not happy at all. And they were saying that the government should extend my service. But we have mandatory retirement, whereby when you have clocked 60 years, you retire to go home. So to my students that wish that I still have the energy to work, even for some years. But I told them there's a policy to be followed. And up to now, some of them are not yet convinced. They are thinking that maybe the board could still go to the ministry and give me opportunity. But for me, maybe to say the fact that when you reach 60 years, maybe if you are starting private business, you now go for private teaching. As for now, I am not yet ready for that. I still want to rest and see way forward. I encourage my students to work with the current administration, who have also pledged that they will also do, they will follow what I've been doing and make the school also move further ahead. Only upon the parents, I've left the school, but the school remained there intact. We have already put system there. So I encourage parents still to maintain their children in that school, because we have good teachers, and what we have built will remain. So let the parents should not be discouraged, because I was not even working alone. I was working with the teachers, the board, the PTA, executive, and all that. So please continue sending your students to Lira Town College, which is a very good and unique school. I think when you go to our classes that we have rebuilt, you find that 80% of the classes have ceiling. We have ceiling board. 80% of our classes have tile, and cleaning it is very easy. So this is some of the things that has motivated the students to come. The class environment is good, and you feel that where you are studying is almost like in Kampala school. So I encourage parents, please come and bring your students even next year to Lira Town College. It's now a big school. Also, the students like me so much because I'm very free with them. I work with them as my children. They call me their mother. So all along, one of the things that I did in that school, in all the 14 years, no student will miss food. I made sure, and sometimes I go and check the kitchen myself and the store to make sure that we have enough food for the students. And maybe once in a while, maybe one time, there could be some few who have missed, but when I talk to them, they have now brought chaos. They understand that maybe some student could have doubled and leading to some not to get. So all along, because of my working relationship with the teachers and relating with the students, it has made the students really to love the school. And I would say that the students who are there, are the one who call their friends to come, because they only see what is going on there. The good feeding, the good teaching, and the best and the good teachers who are there in that school. So this has made that school to shine up to now. There are some few who may talk bad about that school. That maybe we have there are very many students. Keeping them is not easy, but I would say that there are schools in Uganda that have even 6,000. 6,000. Like Unkoma SS, Masaka and what. They have even more students than this school, Lira Town College. So it remains now with the administration how they can keep. Even if there are many, and you can keep that school and maintain it when you are focused in doing the right thing. Or the other thing I want to add is that this year we have the new curriculum which has come in, and the senior 4 are going to have we do the first exams in the new curriculum. I'm hoping that things would still go on well. Right now we have 439 students in the new curriculum. We also have 39 who are in the transition, still doing the old curriculum. Then we have 250 who are doing A-level. We are sitting A-level advanced this year. So, as I've left the school, I believe we have prepared them with our teachers, and they are ready to meet what is coming on. A big challenge I've seen in the new curriculum is the activity of integration. But as I talk now, they have worked over 90%, and soon it will be submitted by now the new Headteacher. The teachers work round the clock to make sure that all the activity of integration and other things needed by UNEP for Senior 4 is sent. So I am so happy that 90% is now covered. So we are now waiting for them now to finish the remaining part, and I believe with the new curriculum, our students will do better than the old curriculum.
I'm so grateful for Madam Sophie, who has mentored me a lot. I didn't know she would make me what I am, but I'm grateful she taught me, and by teaching me, I've been transformed into the person I am. I don't have any doubt to think her zeal to teach caught the eyes of God, and He had to choose her as an administrator. And through being an administrator in the line of headship, she headed a number of schools. She went through a number of schools. Well, I was in Adwari Secondary School from 1989 to 1992. So it was in 1990 when I was in Senior 3. Yes, that Madam Sophie came as a student teacher and taught me statistics, as I was saying, in mathematics. She was very passionate, and we hardly realized that she was not a teacher of mathematics.
My name is Omer Francis. I am in Senior 4Y. I would like to appreciate our Madam Headteacher for the hard work she has been doing to mentor us, to nurture us in the fields of success, and for facilitating our project works and providing materials to facilitate the project work. For I know she has done a lot, and she's such a friendly woman. She mentored many people. She provided scholarship to most of the students, most of the orphans, and I, for one, I am among the orphans she has been supporting, and right now that she has left, she has been always there for us. And
I am Bishop Alfred Achuru Kodi. I'm the retired bishop of the Diocese of West Lango and the first bishop of West Lango. But my earlier career was education, and the first school where I taught as a secondary school teacher was this school, Lira College, from 1979, during the most turbulent time in this country of the war of overthrow, military overthrow, and the school was in the dilapidated state, and the soldiers had come in the school from, yeah, the dormitories, the offices were broken into. There was a lot of chaos and commotion here. But I thank God that from the very humble beginning, Lira College has reached where now it is. I was blessed and privileged to grow from a classroom teacher here in Lira College to a deputy head teacher, and I also took care of the headmaster's office at one time when, as the headmaster was in his transition, and he was having his annual leave in India. And I have a very, very clear memory of the challenges and difficulties that this school went through. It was performing poorly generally, and there was a lot of indiscipline because of the temptations of living in the urban center. Students would escape. And my first responsibility was being in charge of the dormitory, and students would get lost at night from the dormitory, and I could leave my home and come and check dormitories at night to find those who are missing from their beds. And at one time a terrible thing happened, a student was killed on the street. This school began from a very difficult background, but where it has reached, it's amazing. I want to thank my sister Sophia. She worked very hard, and the time she was leaving St. Catherine, I was chairman board of governors of St. Catherine Secondary School, and there was need for her to move on. And I thank God that when she left St. Catherine and came here, she was able now to provide her leadership. She was particularly, I think, one of the things that enabled her to make good success is her listening ability to students and being able to understand the dynamics of the community and adjusting and working according to the situations that are available. And I have seen a lot of transformation even in buildings, and I also get impressed with the number of students that are available within their school. This shows the good attraction the leadership was bringing to the parents and to the school community to make sure that the school appears of going concern. I want to thank God so much we have reached where we have reached, and I love this school because one of the greatest contributions I made in the life of this school was training students with the leadership and preparing the music. Lira College was one of the best schools in music in this country.